Yeah. Sounds about right. They're in a lot of financial bother, aren't they, at the moment, VW? I've heard they're like closing down plants in Germany for the first time in like their 80-year production run or something. So I know they've partnered up with Ford now. So I've noticed now that like the commercial vehicles from Ford and VW are basically just all Fords, aren't they? Like the new Amarok is a Ford Ranger, and the new Transport is just a Transit Custom underneath. Which is a shame. They're sort of losing their identity a bit there, with everything becoming a Ford. So I think the new... It's the other way, it works the other way around as well, because I think the new Ford Capri is like an ID4, isn't it, underneath or something? They seem to be sharing a lot of stuff. And I think, yeah, so I think it's, as you're saying, yeah, people don't want Fords. It's quite funny because the people who buy the VW Transporters are very, you know, pro Volkswagen, you know. It's like, yeah, why would you want a Transit? But now, like, the Transporter has become a Transit, so it's completely blindsided them. I think it's a shame that they're using Ford platforms now, but what can you do? There's always been a thing, I suppose, hasn't it, with like badge engineering, but at least companies were a little bit more subtle about it in previous decades. But now it's just, you can just tell, like, when I first saw one of the new VW Transporters, I could just tell straight away that it was a Transit Custom. It's not even trying to hide it. They should have at least worked with a German company. Yeah. I don't know who though. My friend wanted to buy an Amarok, he didn't want to afford. Yeah, the Amarok is a Ranger, isn't it? Underneath. Yeah, that's probably going to drive the prices up of used ones, isn't it? For people who want like a pure VW that isn't a Ford platform. It's a weird company to partner with because Ford aren't doing well either. In Europe at least, anyway. Because they've killed off all of their regular cars and their plan for EVs hasn't really worked. Which I think is why they probably got into bed with Volkswagen to use their EV platforms. And then Volkswagen thought, oh no, we could use Ford's commercial vehicle platforms for our trucks and vans. If you want some Mustang crossover, yeah, that Mach-E is not for me, but I do see a lot of them around. Annoyingly, the Ford crossovers do really well over here. Like that new Puma is like one of the best selling cars in the UK at the moment. That Puma crossover thing. Which has effectively taken the place of the Fiesta. Because that's dead now. Yeah. That annoyed me as well. Like, I'd be okay with it if they didn't call it the Mustang Mach-E and put the Mustang badge on it. If they just gave it another name. Like maybe revived another name out of the back catalogue or something. Kind of like what they did with the Capri as well, like just use a new name. But I was talking to someone about this the other day, and I think it all comes down to cost, because it costs a surprising amount of money to license and IP a brand new name, and you know, obviously you have to sort out the trademarks and etc, and they're basically saving money by just using a name they already own. That's what it comes down to, which is why obviously we've got the Capri is back as an EV and the Puma's back as an EV, like crossover thingy, and they use the Mustang name on an SUV. It's all cost. It's cheaper to reuse a new name than put the money in developing a new one. So apparently it's surprisingly complicated. A lot of legal stuff involved apparently, which I hadn't considered. But as you've just said, yeah, obviously you're going to like upset your core fan base by alienating them with an electric SUV that's got the Mustang badge on the back of it. But yeah, these all these legacy manufacturers are just fighting to survive these days, at the cost of their legacy and heritage. Because all these like old names is all they've got, you know. Because you've got all these like new wave of Chinese brands like JQ and Omoda, BYD, who are all sell you a high-tech SUV with loads of kit on it, and it'll be significantly cheaper than what Ford or VW will give you. And so they're just trying to win people back by... It's kind of like what Renault have been doing with the 5 and the 4. They're just reviving these old names, and you know, and hoping that people buy into it. It's like, oh, yeah, I remember the Renault 5 or the Renault 4 or Ford Capri, and that's what they're just trying to do. They're just trying to hook people in with nostalgia to buy their cars, because that's all they've got to stand on. Because they just can't compete with what, you know, like the production rates of what these Chinese factories can do.